The crowd at the back couldn't see the situation in front, so they kept rushing forward, causing people in front to be squeezed down. At this time, the men on the other side, led by the Tibetan boy, had already boarded the ark through a secret passage. When Yuri's girlfriend saw Yuri, she didn't forget to raise her middle finger to greet him. Seeing more and more people crowded on the deck, the young scientist couldn't sit still anymore. He thought that he should open the hatch immediately and let everyone in. Soon, under his persuasion, the heads of state of various countries agreed, and then the hatches were opened one after another. But this caused the male protagonist and his group who took a shortcut to suffer rumors because they were walking inside the engine. At the moment the machine started, the man with glasses and the Tibetan boy inside didn't pay attention, and both fell down and then were caught in the gears. After seeing this, the man rushed forward to rescue. But he was really weak and alone. He saved the Tibetan boy but failed to save the glasses. He was instantly swallowed up by the huge gear. And a section of plastic was also rolled in. This section of the tube made of special materials directly caused the gear to be stuck, so that the hatch could not be completely lowered. But everyone still rushed into the ark. At this time, there were still 4 minutes before the tsunami hit. Just after everyone went up, the staff found that there were still people who had not come up. They were Yuri and his 2 sons. It turned out that they were squeezed under the hatch just now, but after he sent his youngest son up, he couldn't lift his eldest son up because of the height of the hatch. Seeing that time was getting more and more urgent, he made a bold decision. Then he grabbed his son's thigh, and then threw him up with all his strength. It happened to be caught by the youngest son, but he himself lost his center of gravity and fell down all of a sudden. The result can be imagined, but when the hatch was halfway up, the engine was directly locked because the previous pipe blocked the water system. The ark could not be started without closing the hatch. At this time, the tsunami was already in front of them, and there was still 1 minute before the impact. It was too late. The captain quickly used the radio to inform everyone to hold on to everything they could grab and be ready to face the impact of the tsunami at any time. Because the hatch door of no for was solid, seawater poured in directly, and the people standing outside were swallowed up instantly. But everything is not over yet. The tsunami brought not only destruction, but also previously swallowed up planes and ships, and Air Force One was one of them. Under the influence of the tsunami, he hit the no for brick directly, causing him to run out of the original track. Then he was like a wild horse running away, and fell into the abyss with the tsunami. At this time, the system detected a high mountain ahead. It was extremely delayed. Only someone could be sent to manually close the hatch, otherwise the ark would be smashed by Mount Everest, and the men inside the machine became their only hope. Then, the staff told him the current situation through the radio. Whether for others or for his family, the man knew that he had to go. Coincidentally, he also knew where the problem was. After saying goodbye to his ex-wife, he dived into the water without hesitation. His success or failure would determine the lives of 100,000 people on the ship. Soon, the man found the source of the problem according to his memory. The next step was to get the blockage out. Although it looked simple, it was very difficult to do, because the blockage was stuck too tightly. It was difficult for him to pull it out for a while, and even his son ran over to help. But the difficulties were far more than that, because the ark was too large. It would face running aground for a long time, causing the hull to shake violently from side to side. At this time, it was still 400 meters away from hitting Mount Everest. However, it was precisely because of these shakes that the gears moved, which happened to let the blockage out. Then the man quickly took it in his hand to avoid secondary blockage. Now the hatch could finally be closed, and the captain immediately ordered one of the engines to run at full speed. However, due to the huge inertia, the ark could not stop for a while.